Okay, here we are in Ableton, and I've put a basic track together using samples from a sample pack, right? Just to demonstrate what I'm proposing to do with this kick drum, how I would mix this kick drum in this particular song. So I'm going to play you the track as we've got it. It's just a bass line, a kick drum, and a top loop. Very, very simple, very straightforward. Nothing complicated at all, but it is a sort of housey, groovy track. And the reason I've picked this housey, groovy track is because I want to show you the importance of sound choice. Okay, so let's get started. Let's have a listen. So it's a sort of minimal, skippy kind of vibe here, but very housey. Now I'm going to take the kick drum from that to this. So let me play you again, and then I'll just turn all of this on. One sec. Here we go. From this to this. From this again, which is fairly muted, I think. When I say muted, it means it doesn't really stand out, to this, which brings the kick forward in your face. See how you can hear a little bit more of the top end of the kick. You can hear some more frequencies within the kick. You can hear that the kick has gone from being sort of behind the mix to being in front of the mix, okay? So let me show you how I might do it. And this is also going to introduce you to the channel strip, which is something that I've been using since I saw a guy called Daniel Wyatt show me how to do it. He's a very famous mixing and mastering engineer, works with the people like Madonna, etc. So this is kind of taken from his technique pool, and I've been using it ever since. It works really well. So let's get into it. Okay, so we're going to start with the channel strip. What is a channel strip? Well, a channel strip is a series of plugins that sort of live on the chain, so to speak. It's a strip in an old school sort of like Logic, for instance. It would be a strip starting at the bottom, going all the way down to starting at the top, going all the way down to the bottom. In Ableton, of course, it starts at the side and goes all the way to the right. Now, you can see here, we've got decapitator. Now, that is, for those that you don't know, is a saturator. We then go into an EQ. In this instance, I'm using the Pro Q4. We then go into a compressor. I'm using the glue compressor. And then we go into a transient shaper. And I've got this very special plugin here called the oscilloscope, which is a very useful plugin to see the interaction, to see your kick envelope. You can see the volume of the kick. So let's get started. I want to first introduce you to sound choice as well. Before we start messing with the kick, let me just give you a couple of examples of sound choice. And it's very I've used obvious examples here. This, I believe, is sort of a more appropriate kick for the style of music. It's short, it's not so heavy, it's not very long, it's a little bit sort of softer. This feels good, especially with the processing put on it. This one, in this instance, doesn't feel good. Now, I've used a techno kick drum for this, which is a lot more distorted. It's got a longer tail on it, and listen to the difference. You can hear that does not fit the genre. In this instance, I've gone to a pack. I've got all of my samples are organized. You can see over in New School, Tech Deep House, I've got this guy called Select Besky Drums, and I'm working with Sidney Charles. So I'm working in a sample pack within the genre that I want to stay in the lane of. The other one, of course, is a techno kick. So, of course, that's outside of the genre. So it stands to reason that kick won't work, okay? It's not going to work for a number of reasons. It's too long, it's too distorted, it's the wrong genre. So the importance of sound choice is absolutely spot on. Like I said, if you can sample the kick, sample it. If you can get a kick from a sample pack that's in the genre that you want to work in, get the kick from there, okay? Because it's important to get the sound choice right. And then you might not need to do that much to it. All right, so that's stage one. Stage two, let's look at the channel strip. You can see here it goes from saturation to EQ to compression to a bit of transient shaping to this oscilloscope, and the oscilloscope here is just to show you the envelope of the kick. If I play the kick on its own here, if I take out the other things, you'll see that the red area is the kick. Look at that one. That's the techno kick. Shows you the length of the kick, whereas this one, okay, shows you a different kick. So it's really good. The bass is in blue, and this will give you the interaction between the kick and the bass. Obviously, if you have a kick like this, look at that, it's overlapping the bass. So as the envelope comes down there, this bass is getting in the way. There's going to be phase issues there. There's going to be clashing of frequencies. There's going to be all sorts of issues happening. There's no space for the bass line. So the reason why we've chosen this kick is because it's got a very short envelope, and it allows you to actually have space for the kick. You can see there the kick finishes, the bass line starts. We've got plenty of room. The two won't get in the way of each other. Now that's important. Of course, I've sidechained the bass line, and that will really help with that. So this oscilloscope is something that's very useful. I've got this one. This is probably one of the best ones. There are free options, but I find that this one works really well because you can actually overlay as many tracks as you want on top of each other, and you can really see the interaction. So we'll keep flicking between that and that. Okay.